I married my best friend. I was still in awe after more than 4 years of being around her at how smart and strong and loving and caring she was.
So we're down here on the floor. This is where the big moment happened last night. Bill Clinton had his speech on the podium behind me. Now they're just vacuuming up and getting everything ready for tonight. But I'm here with Howie Kurtz, media analyst and Fox News contributor. Howie, how do you think he did last night, Bill Clinton?
He did everything but bite his lower lip. He was good. Look, Bill Clinton did a better job of selling Hillary Clinton than she does selling herself, and here's why. He told a story, beginning with when he fell in love with her in 1971. She has problems telling stories. She tends to speak in position papers. He made her seem like a warm and caring person. She can come off as evasive, brittle, remote, defensive. And so by weaving the efforts to make people's lives better and working for children and all of that with the girl he fell in love with and he couldn't quite get her to marry him at first, he made a narrative that she has trouble doing on her own behalf.
You know, he left out a few years, as we all know, and he started in the 70s, went through the 80s, then it was, you know, we took Hillary Clinton, we took Chelsea, rather, to college, and I don't think anybody expected that he would address all of that, and we all know what that is, in detail, but should he have somehow given some sort of nod to what everybody knows who was watching him talk about all this?
I was so struck. He was talking about 1997 and a health insurance program that Hillary Clinton helped pass. The next year was impeachment, Monica Lewinsky, Paula Jones. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yes, we weren't expecting a reprise of that. He might have said something like, I made some mistakes along the way. But here's the tricky part. Bill Clinton in this speech couldn't make it about himself. He couldn't overshadow his wife. He couldn't position her as, in effect, a continuation of his third term because the politics have shifted left in the Democratic Party since the 1990s when he left office 16 years ago. So I think he felt better to just kind of skirt that. He knew we'd all talk about it, but just present her as a change maker. And that was also important, Martha, because Hillary Clinton in this campaign going up against Donald Trump seems like the candidate of incremental change, and Bill Clinton tried to change that perception.
Yeah. Rachel Maddow, afterwards, you cover the media, first and foremost, said this. Let's watch this.
I think the beginning of the speech was a controversial way to start, honestly. Talking, you know, a girl, leading with this long story about him being attracted to an unnamed girl and thinking about whether he was starting something he couldn't finish. The end of the speech was really good. I gotta say that the top of the speech I found shocking and weird.
Shocking and rude. The love story of the two of them meeting in college. How so?
Rachel Maddow was really smart, but I was shocked by what she said. How is it weird or rude or anti-feminist to say, this is the girl I fell in love with at Yale Law School? I mean, that story about how they were looking at each other and she said, introduced herself, that's been told many, many times. And it was very important for him to start there. I thought it was actually a piece of political brilliance because rather than just sort of go on and on about her accomplishments and she did this and she did that, he made it personal. He said, look, I fell in love with this woman. She's been fighting for you all these years. So I didn't quite get where Rachel Maddow was going. Most of the press, which has a soft spot for Bubba as the lovable rogue, even when he was, you know, engaged in or engulfed by all the sex and other scandals of the 1990s, gave it rave reviews because Bill Clinton is very good at this.
So interesting. Howie, thank you very much. We'll see you later today. Thanks for being with us.